Alright, we're at Coffinbury Lake. Boy, I hate driving, and coming out here last night was just a nightmare. Visibility was really bad. It was rainy and foggy, and I was following these two people because, like, I think at night, like if you're like following somebody, their lights are on. You know, just like there's three cars, there's tons of light on the road, in these dark, twisty roads. And this one guy in the lead just kept accelerating, and the guy in the middle kept, hugging his bumper. And I was trying to like just keep them in sight. And the guy was doing over must have been going close to on 70 miles an hour when he pulled off the highway and into his driveway. He hit his driveway at 70. And so he was in this truck, and the truck almost just leapt into the air. And the guy following him was focusing on his bumper and almost went right into his driveway too. So like the guy in the middle is slamming on his brakes and like hooking a sharp left, and I'm slamming on my brakes and just thinking like, I just don't want to get any closer to that action. But I knew something was up. I mean, that guy hit his driveway at 70 on purpose. He probably didn't like that guy tailgating him. But anyway, that looked nightmarish, man. That guy following him almost went right into his driveway at 70 miles an hour. All right, then we get here, and you can't check into a yurt before 4 o'clock, and they stopped taking reservations at 6, and so I made it after 6. So we had to set up the tent in the pouring down rain. So the very first moment of getting in a brand new tent, the inside of the tent's soaking wet because the whole top of the tent's just nothing but mesh. And so I get all set up, pull everything in there. Everything's drenched. We're freezing cold, and there's an outlet, but my plug can't reach it for the heater. I brought a heater just in case, and so I had to drive back to town. I bought a 50-foot cord. And I guess in my mind I thought 50 feet was a really long cord, but it just made it to the edge of the tent because the campsites with electricity aren't designed. They're designed for RVs and stuff. There's really no room for a tent. There's like this tiny strip of land, and right where you'd want to put the tent, there's a fire structure and a picnic table. And so I was like sliding this picnic table through the mud, and it's bouncing across roots. There's trees there too, and I can't really get it out of the way. I could like pull it up onto the grass, but I'm sure I'd like tear up the grass, and I'm sure they wouldn't like that. And then I was like I was dragging the tent, so the tent got the tent was full of camping gear, and so the tent got torqued all over the place. And then so I was able to plug the heater on, thank goodness, because it got freezing cold last night. Keela jumped in my sleeping bag with me, and I didn't mind. Oh, and I bought like a Keela, I bought him this. I bought him a little jacket. It says extra large on it. I bought him a flotation vest that says extra large on it, and neither of them come even close to wrap around his neck or his belly. And I would actually call Keela like a medium-sized dog. I wouldn't call him extra large. He's certainly not larger than an extra large. Oh yeah, so like the extension cord was like $35 or something like that, and the flotation vest was like $40. It's just like, I'm bleeding money and I'm soaking wet and freezing. That's about it. Oh, and so since I couldn't get there first thing in the morning to pay, and it says on their hours that they open at 8. So there was somebody at my tent at 7:45. Woke me up, and I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. I'm coming in there to pay. I'm coming in to pay. And so I get there at 10 after 8, and they're not open. And so I wait, and they're not open. And so I'm like, well, I'll just drive down to the beach really fast. And Akila ran around and enjoyed himself. And then I came back, and there's a new sign up now. There's a sign that wasn't up a little while ago. It says they open at 9. So now we're out here in the rain again. I think I'm just gonna stay one more night. I'd probably leave right now if I wasn't so exhausted. I brought a bunch of books and stuff like that. I'll probably just eat something and read books and listen to music and go all the way to the coast to hang out inside a wet tent. Not what I was hoping for. You know, I almost, this is like bleeding money, I almost bought a 10 by 10 rain shelter. I could have set that up and set the tent up inside it, which would have been nice. I just thought it would be going overboard, and it seems like I'm always buying things. I don't like things, I don't want things. I don't know.